Are you thinking of starting a business in Cyprus? Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or an experienced business owner looking to expand your operations, Cyprus is a great place to do business. With its favorable tax regime, strategic location, and skilled workforce, Cyprus offers many advantages for entrepreneurs. But getting started can be a bit overwhelming. That's why we've put together this video to guide you through the process step by step. From choosing the right legal structure to registering your company, we'll show you everything you need to know to start your business in Cyprus. So if you're ready to take the leap and start your entrepreneurial journey in this beautiful Mediterranean island, stick around and watch this video. I'm so glad to hear that you're considering starting a business abroad. It's an exciting and challenging journey, and as a successful entrepreneur, I'd be happy to share my experiences and offer some advice. First and foremost, I encourage you to embrace the new culture you'll be entering. The ability to adapt to new environments is key, as cultural differences can greatly impact your business. Take the time to learn about the local customs, traditions, and values. This will not only help you connect with the local community, but also help you tailor your business to their needs. Another important aspect is building a strong network of local contacts. From business partners to mentors, having a reliable network of support is essential when starting a business abroad. Seek out local associations and organizations in your industry to connect with like-minded individuals who can offer guidance and support. Finally, be prepared to work hard and make sacrifices. Starting a business abroad requires a significant amount of time, effort, and resources. Be patient, stay committed, and remember why you started in the first place. As for my journey, it's been a series of ups and downs, but I've learned that resilience and determination are key to overcoming obstacles. Don't be afraid to take risks, learn from your mistakes, and keep pushing forward. The process of initiating a business in a different country brings forth its own set of unique challenges, which are exclusive to that particular nation. These challenges may include managing cultural differences, complying with regulatory norms, and handling other associated complexities that may arise. In the current economic environment, it is critical for companies to establish a global presence in the market by starting businesses in foreign countries. This may be motivated by various factors, such as accessing a thriving local market, leveraging a skilled workforce, or simplifying import-export operations by establishing a physical presence in the target location. However, regardless of the reason behind this expansion, it is essential to consider several factors when opening a business in a foreign country. To provide actionable advice, we have gathered insights from employers who have undergone similar experiences and distilled their observations into some key takeaways. Know the cultural norms. This may be obvious, but it bears repeating. Doing things the way you do things in your own country won't always mesh well with the cultural norms in your new office. People work together differently. Charlie Marchant, a general manager at Exposure Ninja, a UK-based digital marketing agency, talked about her experiences working with employees based in Asia. As she says, those employees tend to avoid asking questions to managers and are more indirect in sharing their feedback and concerns. In comparison, Charlie says, our British and European teams are much more likely, and this is a behavior we encourage, to question and give feedback to the management team. To a lesser extent, she pointed out cultural differences in the way American and British colleagues work together. Often in American culture and schools, you're rewarded for speaking up and sharing your opinions and ideas, even if you may not necessarily have new insights to add. Whereas in British culture, we tend to be more introverted and quieter with our opinions in group settings, preferring to share feedback more openly in smaller groups or one-on-one. Charlie noted that none of these are right or wrong, or better or worse. It's more important, she adds, to understand the nuances of their team members' communication and ways of working to ensure they're getting the feedback and input they need from them, and that they feel confident and comfortable giving it. Yuval Shalev, currently co-founder and CRO of Hunters, has an extensive track record in penetrating new markets and territories across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa in previous capacities. One such instance called for expansion to Romania, where Yuval noted the stark differences in managerial culture, which led to issues between teams, listing examples such as micromanagement and favoritism. While those aren't necessarily indicative of Romanian culture, Yuval's challenge was to remedy that without looking like his company was trying to fix the culture. His solution in the end was to standardize operating procedures across cultures, but more so, train staff to communicate performance feedback differently. Romanian culture is proud and steeped in tradition, so any issues had to be addressed carefully and diplomatically. We shifted to a constructive criticism format to foster a positive, productive workspace. Local values differ a little or a lot. Polly Kay, currently a marketing manager at UK-based blinds manufacturer English Blinds, made what she called some major errors in establishing a previous company's presence in the Middle East. My greatest personal mistake involved picking one of our most popular product lines in the US to offer to our Dubai audience, a branded product featuring a cartoon pig. I knew that the largely Muslim Dubai community didn't eat pork, obviously, but it never occurred to me that this would also translate as not wanting to have anything to do with pigs in general, including children's toys. I was then left with 2 shipping containers worth of stock that was worthless within the target market, and that I had to offload across more appropriate areas of the company serving other markets. Christina McDougall, who works at Artemis Canada Inc. in recruiting for American startups expanding to Canada, is quick to remind readers of the nuanced differences between the 2 countries beyond their obvious similarities in culture and language. In Canada, Christina says, there is a sense of collaboration and mutual success that can be a surprise for tech companies based in Silicon Valley. She adds, Canadian tech companies typically help each other, working together to compete with global companies. This also impacts recruitment, making it a delicate business, Christina says. One of the things that foreign-owned companies are surprised with is the need to be an active part of this community, giving back through participation in local philanthropy and arts and culture, and also lifting up the local startup and tech community with education-oriented events and mentoring will help these companies to be embraced. Christina also warns of aggressive recruitment, which may rub Canadians the wrong way. Companies need to consider how they are developing the local skill base and also avoid overtly predatory practices, targeting entire dev teams or blatantly offering inflated salaries that would upset the local ecosystem would make you appear a parasite. However large or small the cultural differences are, do your homework and learn about what works and what doesn't work in the new environment you're about to operate in. It's no accident that locals appreciate it when you make the effort to work with them in their language, be that in words, gestures, culture, gesticulations, feedback, commentary, conflict, or anything else. Employee motivations count no matter what. One thing remains consistent. People are people everywhere. They're motivated by many of the same things regardless of background, culture, language, etc. This includes benefits, perks, and other potential motivators in the workplace. You've all noted that stock options and tools for career development are effective. Good employees are interested in growing, so I encourage them to move between departments. We adjusted salaries to the highest tier of the local market rate and made an effort to understand cultural norms. If a post-lunch nap is common for the culture, embrace it. Set parameters, of course, but something about it must be working. Ted Rollins, founding partner and chairman of Vallejo Group, which develops and builds student and senior housing communities in the U.S. and Europe, attested to growth opportunity as a universal motivator while adhering to your core company values. Adapt to and blend in the various cultural values and norms, but do not stray from your core. Let the energy and passion lead the process and keep people at the center of what you do, and the international distinctions become less challenging. Innovation often arises from a sense of urgency to resolve a problem or meet a necessity. The use of technology in the workplace has enabled organizations to expand their operations globally and has also driven further innovation in the development of new tools. As an example, David from Full Stack Labs points to the popularity of Slack for quick communication among remote employees, as well as the use of video conferencing platforms like Google Hangouts and Microsoft's Zoom for face-to-face interactions and presentations across different locations. Workable's international presence has also enabled companies to develop effective hiring strategies across borders. David notes, one of the things that's really nice about Workable is we manage all of our Colombia job postings in the same way we do in the United States. So we go in and we create a new job, we publish it to Indeed and to LinkedIn. He adds that inbound applicants from LinkedIn and Indeed in Colombia are run through the same candidate pipeline and hiring process as in the United States. The sourcing tool within Workable has also proved to be useful in finding and contacting potential candidates in Colombia. As David explains, there's a surprisingly good database of candidates in the Workable sourcing tool in Colombia. In summary, technology has enabled organizations to work more efficiently and collaboratively across borders, driving the development of new tools and strategies, such as Workable's international recruitment solution. Setting up a company is not an easy task, particularly if you intend to do so abroad. Many business owners are taking advantage of the rising U.S. dollar, which is even devaluing other currencies, and moving abroad to establish their enterprises. If you are interested in starting a business overseas in a foreign country, keep watching the video. We're going to let you know the top 10 steps to start a business overseas in a foreign country. 1. Localize your concept, outlook, and goals. For any business, immersing themselves in the community culture is crucial. Find a coach or friend in your community who can assist you in learning about the customs and preferences of the people there. 2. Learn the language. Although it may seem intuitive, learning another language can occasionally seem just as difficult as beginning a business. Even subpar language abilities are preferable to none. You can develop language skills outside of lessons by using a variety of apps or by meeting up with individuals. 3. Analyze the market, both past and present perspective. Every businessman is aware of the need of studying the competition before entering a brand new market. Don't end there, though. Examine 5 businesses that made unsuccessful attempts to reach that market. People will repeat their mistakes if they don't benefit from others' mistakes in the past. 4. Create a new network. When you relocate abroad, your old network is less useful. Therefore, you'll have to create a new regional one. Utilize the fact that it is simpler to meet new individuals because there aren't many expats in a tight-knit community. 5. Recognize the environment. Even if some professionals like Darren Kaiser contend that starting a company abroad might potentially be far simpler, less hazardous, and more financially viable than establishing a company in your native country, it is far preferable to anticipate problems than to trust it will all go according to plan. 6. Determine and calculate expectations. Start your work by seeking out analogies to the kinds of markets you now serve in the U.S. or overseas. Choose locations where you can offer your goods or services without having to make significant adjustments to meet local requirements or laws. 7. Establish a budget. While there are many reasons why businesses fail, one of the most frequent causes is a lack of launch money, which typically results from the firm founder's overly optimistic revenue and profit forecasts. Even in the best of conditions, establishing a new firm may be challenging, let alone when operations are far away and the market environment is unreliable. 8. Look for a local agent. When building a real presence in a foreign state, a local agent, or perhaps an attorney or accountant with competence in international humanitarian law, can be quite helpful. You do not want to have your goods confiscated or your business shut down as a consequence of any miscommunication or communication error with the local authority representatives. 9. Learn about the international money transfer. Do some research on your choices for sending money abroad. You shouldn't often depend on your banks to transfer and receive money abroad unless you require a specific service. A lot of the time, you are hit with outrageous fees and forced to wait multiple days for the funds to pass and show up in your account. 10. Address logistics problems before opening your store. The infrastructure found in developed nations is absent in many other nations. There could be laws, levies, charges, and trade tariffs that impede the free movement of goods both inside and outside the nation, even in cases when there are no physical barriers to their movement. By following these steps, you can establish a store overseas. So consider every option and establish the shop. As a business owner, you may experience limitations within your own country, whether it's because of cultural factors, market saturation, or lack of demand for your product or idea. Moving to a distant location allows you to share your entrepreneurial skills and leadership with a new community, providing a unique opportunity. How can you gain an advantage in a foreign country? It's all about your mindset. Immersing yourself in a different culture and lifestyle presents a unique opportunity. The locals may have a different perspective and not recognize the problem that needs to be solved. As an outsider, you have the potential to see new solutions and approaches that would otherwise remain undiscovered. By relocating, you embark on a new adventure that expands your horizons to fresh markets and offers a chance to excel as a leader in your area of expertise. You are more likely to succeed if you have an adventurous spirit and are willing to heed our guidance. Plan ahead and be ready if things don't go according to plan. The military adage that no plan survives contact with the enemy also applies to the business world. Despite having a meticulously crafted plan for months or even years in advance, the reality of operating in a foreign country can often disrupt even the most well-thought-out plans. It's essential to anticipate potential challenges and prepare for the worst-case scenario. Unfortunately, many individuals fail to do this and encounter significant difficulties when things don't go according to plan. 2. Have patience. In our home country, we are familiar with the language, culture, and peculiarities of the society. However, when operating in a foreign country, we may not have knowledge of any of these factors. The culture, language, and societal norms could be vastly different from what we're accustomed to, and we might also be unfamiliar with how bureaucracy functions in this new environment, resulting in frustrating situations. The key to overcoming these challenges is to be patient, particularly in the early stages of your journey, as it can go a long way in helping you adapt. 3. Be open-minded. Entrepreneurs are typically dynamic and imaginative individuals, which is highly beneficial. Being receptive to new knowledge and experiences enables you to adopt a positive and proactive mindset, particularly when you're operating in a foreign country. There is a wealth of information to gain when you venture overseas, and having an open mind is a valuable asset in this regard. 4. Surround yourself with a great team. It's crucial to form a team of competent local experts who have a better understanding of the local mindset than you do. I realized this early on. In business, success is not achieved by working solo, no matter how skilled you are. Collaborating with like-minded individuals who can support you in establishing and growing your business is critical. This is especially important when launching a business in a foreign country, where locals possess a deeper understanding of the country's culture and ideological leanings. They can provide valuable insights into what works and what doesn't work, making a local team an indispensable asset. 5. Respect the local mentality and culture and be humble. At times, we might think that we have a superior understanding than the locals, that we have everything under control. If this is our mindset, we are bound to face failure. Why? Simply because we cannot claim to know more than those who have spent their entire lives in that location. We may not immediately comprehend their mentality and cultural norms. Adopting an attitude of superiority will only lead to failure. Rather, we must exhibit humility and allow the new country to educate us on what we need to learn. Additionally, it's essential to learn the local language to the best of our ability. This will open up numerous opportunities. 6. Be an ambassador for your own country. Despite being in a foreign country, a part of your own country remains with you. Therefore, it's important to foster amicable relations between your home country and the country where you're establishing your business. Any efforts made in this regard can be beneficial for your ultimate success. 7. Believe in yourself and bring added value. Arguably, the most crucial advice for the success of a business is to have unwavering faith in it. It's imperative to believe that what you're building has significance and contributes to the betterment of the community. Creating a successful business, whether it's in your own country or abroad, largely depends on the value it brings to the community and its profitability. However, profitability doesn't just happen overnight. It requires good business skills, some luck, and a lot of planning. All of these factors need to work together seamlessly, like the components of a well-oiled machine. To succeed in building a sustainable business in a foreign country, you need to start with a well-crafted plan. If you execute it step by step in the right order, your chances of success increase. Your meticulous planning, determination, belief in your vision, and hard work can act as the foundation for your business to flourish. Starting a business abroad takes courage, determination, and a lot of hard work. I have no doubt that you possess all of these qualities and more. Good luck on your new venture.